One ball, one strike. Phillies threat with 2 outs. Nice play back there by Darno. Breaking ball in the dirt. Not only keeps Marsh from scoring, but Turner stays put at first base. 2 balls and a strike to count.
Good job by Darno, turning the glove the right way. Saved a run.
So far, Turner has not looked like he wants to run. Stays put, and there's a high fly ball. Deep right field. Harper watches it fly.
Was 12 for 24 against the Braves in the postseason, and as you said, 4 long balls included.
Harper, high fly ball, center field. He's watching. Harris turns. Harris leaps, and it's gone. Harper with a rainmaker. And another stare down. 7-1 Phillies. And it's turning into the Bryce Harper game again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ring the Bell Phillies post-game show. Man, game 3, Phillies smash. And I mean smash the Atlanta Braves to take a 2-1 series lead here in the NLDS with a massive game 4 tomorrow where the Phillies are breaking out their powder blues, hopefully taking themselves to a second consecutive NLCS. I don't even know. I said this after game 1. Like, I don't even know, where to begin. 6 home runs tonight, which is a franchise record. Bryce Harper hit 2. Nick Castellanos hit 2. Turner and Marshy hit the other ones. Harper hit his 9th and 10th home runs for his career in the NLDS, which is the most of any player in baseball history in that round. But man, here we are. John Dean, look, I texted you guys this morning and I said, for some reason, I have this weird, confident feeling that they're just going to beat the brakes off the Braves. I didn't think it was going to be 10-2. I didn't think we were going to see 6 home runs. I didn't think I was going to be playing MLB The Show on Rookie tonight. Right. So I didn't think that was.
You bought all the tokens to juice your guy up.
Yeah.
Video game version of steroids.
Exactly. Right. So I just can't believe what happened tonight. Like, John, it can't be. Obviously, it's not. But for the sake of this show, it can't be because Arcia ran his mouth, right?
I don't know, man. It's just like the baseball gods are always watching. They're always watching. You had to know something. Something was going to happen, and you knew Bryce was going to do something. You knew he wasn't happy about what transpired to end the game. I'm sure he heard the chirping, and you just knew something was going to happen. I was even my buddies even texting me because last year through the whole playoffs, I was calling home runs left and right, who's going to hit a home run this game. That they text me, and I said, there's only one person that was going to hit a home run today. It's going to be Harper, and I was right. I said that at 2:00 today, and he did. I have no words for what happened today. It was beautiful to sit there and watch. I was so amped up the entire game. I can't wait to be there tomorrow. I can't wait to get to that stadium. I can't wait to be a part of that crowd. It's going to be another great experience, and I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. Dean, how about you, man?
What was the question?
There wasn't a really question. Did you expect anything like what we saw tonight?
Oh no. Me, I'm a bit of a pessimist when it comes to my sports teams, right? And I always try to be more of a contrarian with everything, because anytime I go in really cocky and confident, they let me down. So I went in pretty cocky to game 2, and they embarrassed me and every Philadelphia fan in the world. So I'm happy though.
Exactly,
I'm happily to be wrong every single time. Like, listen, if me being negative is some sort of hoodoo magic that gets them to smash the living shit out of the Braves and every other team in the playoffs, listen, man, I will be the most negative person in the world. I won't say a positive thing about it. Bryce Harper, you let me down. You should hit 3 fucking home runs today. Okay?
Right.
You should have 10
That's
RBIs.
funny. So just a quick overview of what we saw tonight. The Phillies win 10-2. The Phillies scored 10 runs on 11 hits. The Braves did have 10 hits, but were only able to muster 2 runs. Kind of going down the list here. I refuse to be negative tonight. I'm not going to do anything at all. By the way, everyone,
what can you say negative about the game?
well,
Schwarber
going 0 for 4 was not fun.
Well, I mean, dude, I said that was coming, so I'm not even going to be negative. But
Rojas, another 0 for 4 game.
Here's what's worrying me about Schwarber. Schwarber is historically great in the playoffs, and the fact that he's not doing much is actually worrying me.
Yeah. By the way, just to let everybody know, like because Jason, who was at the game tonight, is absolutely ball face plastered and probably very, very high. He's just lighting up our comment section and he's saying, put my comments up, not realizing because he's probably blind and dumb right now that I've already put like 3 up there already. So, to let you know. This guy here, Anthony, who's always here, is saying Jason's too drunk. Yes, actually, Jason logged on to this right before we hit record, and he literally couldn't even keep the camera on his face. He was so wobbly like a fat penguin. Like he couldn't do it. But I love Jay, and he's living it up right now, so good for him. But he was able to get this up there in the chat. I'm surprised he spelled it correctly, which is always good. But no, we're glad Jason was there having the time of his life. But yeah, just kind of, I wasn't going to be negative, but kind of going down. Schwarber went 0 for 4. Trey Turner 2 for 4, 2 runs, including that big home run. Bryce, we'll get to Bryce Harper. Alec Boehm 1 for 3. Was glad to see him get on the board there. Also had a walk. Bryson Stott 0 for 3 with a walk, but also was able to get a run in there. JT 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Castellanos, my goodness, 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 RBIs on 2 solo shots, 2 bombs, by the way. That first one, holy cow. Brandon Mark, I complained about him in the before the game. He went 3 for 4 tonight with a 2-run.
Last year in game 1 against game 3 against, he did last year against the Braves game 3.
Yeah.
It seems like every year, every time we play the Braves on a game 3, they just get absolutely obliterated.
I will say about Schwarber real fast. I think he just needs that 1 home run, and the floodgates will open for him.
I think it'll definitely.
You could see it.
He was going to do it today.
I did too. He's like the only one that didn't, and I was like, it's like he just needs that bomb, and then I think he'll just see the ball better. I mean, obviously, yes, he doesn't have a great average, obviously, but like he thrives in the playoffs. I mean, you heard it today on the broadcast. If you were listening to the broadcast, the Phillies and his Phillies and his Cubs are the only 2 teams to hit 6 home runs in a playoff game in history or something like that. Like he's part of both of those teams. He did hit one when he was on the Cubs, though. He didn't hit one today.
So yeah,
I think he just needs that 1 bomb. And tomorrow night would be perfect. Set the tone. That
would be phenomenal.
Smash it to the third deck.
If he leads off that game, my shirt might
with a home run.
My shirt might come off.
That's it. Just your shirt.
Pants too.
I'm thinking about the pants, but I would like to watch the rest of the game.
If the game is at 5 tomorrow, I will miss most of it because I'll be on the train back from New York tomorrow because I'm going to Comic-Con. So I might have to pull
doesn't
all
it start?
and listen to it on WIP.
I think it's a 6 o'clock game right now.
Is it 6? I thought it was 5.
I think right now it's a 6 o'clock game. Right now. So let's hope.
I don't know why it was.
It's
0-0. Diamondbacks are up 1-0.
Yeah. Man. Yep. So yeah, Johan Rojas at the end of that at the end of that lineup, 0 for 4, not good. That's becoming, unfortunately, right now, just a very much a black hole for the Phillies. And look, if the only issue I have right now is a 9-hole hitter, I'm okay. I'll be all right. And let's honestly, let's really talk about him here, because we've ripped him so many times this year. But Aaron Nola, man, his last 4 or 5 starts, he has been an absolute stud. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Awesome game. This was like I was hoping he would have finished out the 6th. Not sure why they took him out. I would have really liked to have seen Nola finish that.
Honestly, I'm guessing because if it goes to Game 5, they have Wheeler and possibly they use him because Rangers obviously going tomorrow. So if it goes to a Game 5, maybe you can get them in a couple innings work in that game. It comes if
what was 10 more pitches probably, if that, you know what I mean?
If that,
yeah. So
You're
I'll
not
tell you right
seeing him
now
tomorrow. So
I'll tell you right now. And listen, everybody knows I have ripped Aaron Nola for the better part of 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
This was the best pitched game of his career
tonight instead of game 2 against the Marlins.
Yeah, no, because
like the importance of tonight.
Think about the pressure coming into this game. We embarrassingly lost game 2. I mean, this game should have clinched it for us. He had a lot of pressure coming in. He can be kind of flaky on the mound, and he came out and outside of a couple pitches that he, got the better of him, his pitching was electric tonight. The movement on his curve and his fastball was just, I've never seen it like that before. And he took this game by the balls and said, "You're not beating me." And I have to give him a lot of credit for doing that and a lot of props. And if he does it again, if we get to the NLCS and he does it again, he does it in the World Series. I mean, I think they're going to bring him back anyway, but better give that guy the money he wants then, because he'll have earned it.
I mean, you can, if he continue to pitch well the rest of the postseason, you can just throw out the regular season, because you really want to pay a guy who's going to perform in the postseason.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was thinking about that today. I said, I don't really care what you do for me in June. If we get to the playoffs, that's what I care about, what you do. Nola could have had a 7 ERA in the regular season. I would have ripped him. I would have been on here every week like Jay and John do with Schwarber. But if that dude's going to pitch like this in the postseason, we have 2 great starts now in the postseason. I can't say anything. You know what I mean? Win me a ring, and I will shut the hell up.
That would be awesome, Soul, man. That would be absolutely awesome if you could watch. I mean, they're up 2-0 now. Marte just homered again. Looks like you might be able to get your wish and watch the Phillies out in Arizona.
Man, this D-backs team, they're
dangerous.
They are pests. It's unreal what they're doing. And by the way, just another quick baseball update. The Astros just swept the Minnesota Twins, so they will be heading to the ALCS.
Go Rangers.
For the 7th year in a row.
7th year in a row.
Go Rangers, man. I do not want to see the Astros.
And everybody wants to talk about them cheating, man. That's hard to get. 7 years in a row, 2 World Series.
Yeah.
3 World Series appearances?
Yeah, I agree.
4,
you're right.
4 appearances. 17.
4 World Series.
Yeah, because they lost to the Nationals.
National.
They lost to the Braves.
Right.
And then, of course, they beat us. They beat both my teams in the World Series, actually.
So, tonight was one of those statement nights for Aaron Nola, I thought. I wasn't sure where you were going with that, Dean, in terms of his best start of his career, but I understand the severity of this start. Realistically, being honest, the whole season was tonight. If they go down 2-1, they lose the first game at home like this against basically their last resort starter, and you lose this game. Boy, it's tough to go up against Spencer Strider tomorrow. So what Aaron Nola did
all the momentum would have been with the Braves at that point. That was it. If the Phillies would have lost tonight, this series was over for them. I don't want to be negative, but you blow game 2 like that, you come home game 3, your second best pitcher's on the mound, you lose. I mean, what is there? There's no momentum going into tomorrow night with which probably going to be a kind of a bullpen game, kind of.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
You forgot fat, Anthony.
There's a lot of arguing going on in the chat, so that's funny. So tonight was exactly what and I'm going to say it, that is how an ace is supposed to show up for your team in a massive game like that. Up until, look, Zach Wheeler did the same thing in game 2. So, the Phillies have gotten out of their starting pitching so far exactly what they needed. It's just, what happened game 2 just sucked. Like that just absolutely sucked. But the Phillies did what everyone thought they would do, really. I mean, I hate saying that. Like, I don't want to say that, this was easy, but I have this gut feeling that when the Phillies lost that game in Atlanta, game 2, they said to themselves, let's just get to Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies statistically have the best home record in the postseason in baseball history. I think they're like 24 now or 25-11 at Citizens Bank Park. So it's unreal what happens. And look, I've always, for the longest time, have never been a huge believer in home field advantage until last season. And I've been to, I think the last thing I counted was I think I've been to 153 Eagles games in my life. I have all the ticket stubs and all that stuff. I know my family's had season tickets since '94, so I was dragged to a lot. I've been to over 1,000 Phillies games, and I've been to NFC Championship games. I've been to NFL playoff games at the Vet, at the Link, and then I've been to playoff games at Citizens Bank Park and World Series games at Citizens Bank Park. In the city of Philadelphia, there is absolutely nothing like going to a baseball game in Philadelphia in the postseason. It tops anything that the Eagles have done in the Vet or at the Link that I've been a part of. I mean, you watch it on TV and you can feel the crowd at Citizens Bank Park. They don't sit down for 9 innings.
No, they really don't.
It's truly amazing. John,
because
well, you have a bad back. You have to sit down at some point.
Yeah, that's the least of my problems.
John,
Chris, real fast though, the Flyers, when the Flyers are good, that crowd is vicious.
Playoff hockey is amazing in Philadelphia, so hopefully we see that again soon. But nice. You are correct though, John. That atmosphere, man, it's something that the national media has to continue taking. And bringing attention to, because for a sports city that gets a lot of heat, a lot of it's deserved, especially from like an Eagles point of view.
I don't think it's deserved at all. This city lives and breathes and dies in sports, and if you're doing your job, if you are getting paid millions and millions of dollars, they're going to praise you and they're going to build a statue in that city for you. But if you're not doing what your job is, and you're going to complain, you're going to bash the media, you're going to say this, you're not going to give the right answers, you're going to hear it because they truly care. There's no other city in sports that actually truly cares about their sports teams more than anyone else. It's actually beautiful, and everybody gets to hate because they're so mean, they're so ruthless. No, that's love. They love.
No, that's not.
Yes,
stop.
Say it's
stop.
It's love. They care.
Okay,
you're wrong.
So I love my wife. So if she does something, if she wears another jersey, I should be able to punch her in the face or throw a battery at her.
That was gonna punch.
That's love. That's love. It's stupid what you're saying. To be honest, it's not love. It's passion, but it's tribalism.
There's a difference between the way the fans treat the athletes and then the fans treat other fans of other teams. Because I'm not an Eagles fan, and I listen.
You're asking for it if you show up to that stadium with another jersey on.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
I'll tell you right now.
Yes, it is.
I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I have been for 25 years. My team has more Super Bowls than you. You can shut the fuck up. Bottom line. We're the worst team in NFL history, and we have more Super Bowls than you. Don't talk to me.
So
I would gladly take another 15 years of losing records as long as the Eagles don't win a Super Bowl. I don't care. And then we'll get Patrick Mahomes in 20 years, and he'll win us another Super Bowl.
All right, so getting back on track, like this, for what's going on right now with the Phillies and what we're seeing with this legitimate home field advantage, John.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that when the Phillies say, like, we can't wait to get home, we can't wait to play in front of our crowd, in your opinion, do these games matter at home so much more than when they're on the road?
Because it's just a different atmosphere. If you lose one at home, it's tough. And then you got to go back on the road. Like, especially if you show up tomorrow and you lose, that it just makes it so much tougher that you have to now hop on a plane when you're already up. You're already one game away. You're already up in the series. Then you have to go on the plane. You have to travel. You don't have the backing of the fans. I mean, Harper was even saying it. He said, "This is why I came to this." He said it today in his posting. He was just talking about it. He said, "The atmosphere. It's just." Unbelievable how it feels, and he gets so excited to play behind these guys, and you don't want to disappoint. And I don't think there's no pressure when the fans are behind you. It's a weird feeling where you think they're cheering you. There might be so much pressure because they're excited, but they don't. That pressure just goes away, and I think it's beautiful. It really is beautiful to watch.
They seem more looser at home.
Yes, it's more comfortable.
Hey, listen. If I'm pretty confident that I think we're going to win this series now, because even if we go back to Atlanta, who are they going to put out on that mound?
Max Fried, but he's still not scary right now.
They put 4 up against him the other night, so
I agree.
I'm not worried about that.
As long as
they can continue to pile it on, don't just stop and be like, "This is good enough," you know. No, we're fine. No, you got to do what you did tonight. Just go out there tomorrow and punch Spencer Strider in his stupid mustache face, talking about how he doesn't want fans in the stadium. Well, they're going to show.
He's going to see a lot tomorrow.
He's going to see it tomorrow. I wish I was going. Oh my god,
it's going to be. I think it's going to be even crazier than it was today. Like,
I agree because of Strider.
Just because of him.
Just because of him, and I agree. By the way, the Diamondbacks are up 4-0 now in the bottom.
They just homered again. I just saw it was 3.
I didn't even see who's pitching tonight for the Dodgers. And they got so many injuries this year.
Lance Lynn is pitching.
Moreno
He's pitched
I
2
didn't even know
2/3.
he was still in the league.
6 hits, 4 earned right now. That's wild.
4 home runs. It's 4 home runs too.
Yep, 4 home runs.
Is it? Wow. I'm pulling it up now.
All right, so let's get to the next one. Let's get to the biggest part of this is Bryce Harper. This was like the revenge game, as if Harper needed, as if Harper needed.
They should have put that up in the stadium.
I know. God, that would have been amazing. That would have been really good if it was on the big screen there. So with his 2 home runs tonight, Bryce Harper has homered in 8 postseason games with Philadelphia. The Phillies are 8-0. When Harper hits a home run. That's tied for the longest win streak when homering to start a postseason career with a franchise since Javi Lopez did it from 95 through 2001 with the Atlanta Braves. Look, Harper said that, with his apparel, he said, it was personal after what Arcia said. And look, I don't think Arcia said it. One, I'm sure as heck don't think he meant for that to get over the air. But look, it's 20.
That reporter shouldn't be in the locker room whoever released that ever again.
Well, I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy they did. So
I'm happy. I'm happy. But if I'm the Braves, dude, sorry, you lost.
Well, Pedro Martinez talked about a post game tonight, and he said, "Look, regardless of the reporter being in there who released it, these players have to realize that after these in the postseason, when you're on national television." Anywhere you are in a baseball stadium, you have to assume there's a microphone somewhere or somebody holding up a phone. So you have to be aware of things that you're saying because it's going to get to somebody somehow. He's like, Pedro also said, like, we used to about, an hour after the game when everyone's cleared out, myself and a teammate would sit at our lockers with a beer in our hand and we would just talk what we wanted to talk about certain players or certain teams. But that was between me and a teammate with nobody in the locker room at all. So he's like, you got to be smarter than that because look what happens. It ends up becoming a massive story and it's, quote unquote bulletin board material. Bryce Harper, who's legitimately one of one, a true living legend in sports right now. And the last person in the world of baseball that I want to piss off in the postseason is Bryce Harper. And Harper does
quickly becoming like this generation's Mr. October.
He
it's
is
insane at what he's doing.
The only other guy would be what? Big Papi?
Yeah.
Would be
Well,
the next.
I mean, the original Mr. October.
Obviously,
Reggie
the
Jackson.
original is Reggie Jackson, but we're talking.
Yeah, but Big Papi was unstoppable in the playoffs.
Yes, yeah. Like so was like Manny Ramirez. Like they both were like just unstoppable in the postseason. But that's where Harper's gotten now. Today Ronald Acuna Jr. That double was his first hit of the postseason.
Yeah, he was
Matt
0 for
Olson.
13.
Yeah, Matt Olson hasn't done much. But again, Harper continues this, and it's unbelievable. I can't even believe he saw a strike at all tonight. I really, when you don't have,
I was going to say that too. I was going to mention I wouldn't pitch him ever again.
I would not pitch. If I was Strider, if Strider's going to go right at him again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But that's what happened in the World Series last year.
Mm-hmm.
If they somehow start the game with two guys runners on Turner and Schwarber, I'm walking them. I don't care. I don't care if it's base loaded or no outs. You have to walk him at that point because he's so dangerous. At this point it's Barry Bonds level when he's in the playoff. Like it's absolutely ridiculous what he does.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're Strider tomorrow, you'd have to assume they're not going to pitch to him, right? I can't see that happening
unless you have Strider throwing all off speed because he loves to throw. He's going to throw fastballs because that's all he really throws. I mean, he throws. 80% of his pitches are fastballs.
Right.
You're going to throw that guy a fastball in the strike zone. You're out of your mind. At home,
he hit a breaking ball out in game 1.
Yeah,
that wasn't a fastball. That was a break. That was a
slider.
Yeah, slider. And he, so we'll see.
Yeah, very much so.
I'd like to see Castellanos up probably as cleanup tomorrow, but I know it's not going to happen.
I keep that lineup exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't change.
I know, but I'm saying then it's like okay, like because Casty's pretty hot in the playoffs too, so it's like okay, do we walk Harper? But then we got Castellanos coming up behind him. Like I don't think Baum is the threat that he should be at cleanup. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of time. I mean, he's not doing it right now, but Boom has such great timely hitting at times where he just comes in such clutch for this.
Had a good hit today.
So it's a situation where they could possibly where at any point in the series where you walk Harper at that point because there's a runner on second base and he hits a double into the gap and 2-run score. So I mean it's really tough to. And he's not going to be Castellanos who's going to swing at every single slider that's left in his batter's box.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Trey Turner checked one today. That was
he did
almost an intentional walk throw.
It was
Todd Zeal it out there.
Oh my God, Todd Zeal.
I'm going to always reference that because that's like the greatest hit in baseball history.
God, I love it.
Right there with Vlad Guerrero's bounce hit when the ball bounced in the ground.
Oh yeah.
And
Easter has a couple of those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Phillies crushed the Braves, like we said, in Game 3, just like last year. They have outscored the Braves and the Marlins at home 21-4. And at the end of the game, you could definitely hear the "We want Strider" chants, and the camera. You just kept seeing the camera going over the Strider after each Phillies home run. They kept panning over the Strider. But look, it's the most. If you look at the most home runs in Phillies history, Jason Worth has 11, Utley has 10, and Harper has 9 in just 2 playoffs. He has 10 total in the LDS, but he's got 9 as a Philly. So he's 2 away from tying the franchise record for home runs. I can't wait for him to do it tomorrow off of Spencer Strider. So that's going to be pretty amazing.
If we get past the Braves, he'll break that this playoff. I can't see him not doing it.
I assume so for sure. Yeah, I can't see it not happening. But yeah, this was just a special night. And we thank everybody for popping in here. So just to kind of also give another update about Harper against the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, he has 20 extra base hits, 12 of them are home runs, and 26 RBIs in 30 games against the Braves in the last 2 seasons. So again, he's going to come up tomorrow, and the idiots are still going to pitch to him. And look, I love seeing
that
It
like
does.
Harper's doing this against the Braves because like it feels like Freddie Freeman was just destroying us for years. I mean, Chipper was destroying
Chipper
us
Jones
for
for years.
So and it just feels. I mean, Matt Olson's been killing us the past 2 years too. So it just feels like at least we have a guy like you, like just like dominates against one team. It just feels good to have that.
I agree.
And it's great because it's the Braves. Because after the Braves,
Dean and I have talked for years. Like, I hate the Braves so much.
Biggest choke artists in Major League history.
I might go with that team that's down 4-0 right now.
I mean, they're up there. And you're talking to somebody who likes the Dodgers, but they're up there too. But they haven't dominated the NL East over the course of 30 years like the
that
Braves
is true.
Have. So,
I mean, the Braves.
I mean, Braves have 18 titles in 30 years and only 2 World Series to show for it.
I'm with you. But game 4 will be started by Ranger Suarez, and the Phillies will have a fresh bullpen behind him. What are you expecting out of Ranger, guys?
Big arms out there.
I know. Are you guys expecting Ranger to probably do another same thing as he did in game 1? Maybe get him 3 or 4 innings and get that bullpen out there?
No, I think you get 5 innings out of him because at this point, I mean, you're pitching 2 days. I don't see him pitching 2 days rest at all. I feel like that's like might see a null in that situation. I think you're going to get 5 innings out of them, and then they're going to go to the bullpen. The bullpen's going to be fully rest up. You have an off day on Friday, and then they play again Saturday. So I think you're going to see him at least 5 innings this time. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree too. It'd be nice to get to 5, or at least into the 5th, not into the 4th. You know, that'd be ideal.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so that's going to wrap up our Game 3 post-game show. Game 4, as of right this moment, is still scheduled for a 6:07 start at Citizens Bank Park. If the Dodgers somehow come back and win this game right now in Arizona, then the Phillies will be moved to an 8:07 start. But it looks like it's going to be 6:07.
You got to
Dodgers lose.
If the Dodgers lose, they're losing.
I'm sorry, it's Dodgers lose, it goes at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, sorry. If the Dodgers lose, it goes at 8 o'clock. Which
I saw that stat earlier, and I told you guys the Dodgers have only ever in their history been down 2-0 in the NLDS once, and they got swept.
Jeez, that's insanity.
Yeah. Well, it's about to be 2, and Dave Roberts is about to lose his job.
He should lose his job. He's the worst. He's the worst man. Him and Aaron Boone are the 2 worst managers. Like your daughters could coach this team 100 games. Like it's an absolute joke. Like and they're kids. Like it's a complete
I like Dave Roberts, but I think
I do too.
I mean,
but I
would agree. You gotta, you
They've won 100 games in the past 4 100 games, 162 game season. They've won 100 games. They won 100 games all 4 times, and they've yet to make it out of the NLDS.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I mean, that's bad.
They've been to 3 World Series. They've been to 3 World Series in the day
since 2019.
Oh, it's 2019.
Yeah, since last 4. They went to 3 World Series. They went to 2. They went to 3.
Yeah, the 17, 18, and then they won it in 20.
17, 18.
Yeah. All right. So just a quick little cool update. We have a brand new partnership with the show. It's Routine Baseball. Head over to routine.com. It's the original baseball lifestyle brand. It's not team gear, anything like that. It's just baseball gear that's meant for every day. It's their designs are awesome. They have really cool shorts, mesh shorts that are out right now that I have as well. I've been purchasing from Routine Baseball for about 10 years now. They relaunched their website a little bit ago. They have brand new stuff coming down the pike. If you head over to routine.com right now and you use our code RINGTHEBELL, all one word, you get 10% off your order. So definitely get over there, check them out. Again, routine.com, use our code RINGTHEBELL for 10% off your order. And again, if you want to go to the Phillies game tomorrow, I see seats up at SEATGEEK.com right now. I'm not going to tell you the price. Pretty hefty now since the last hour or 2.
I was going to say, I'm sure they went up in the last couple hours.
Oh, they went up. All right. Head over to SeatGeek.com right now. Use our code ONTHEBUMP for $20 off your first ticket purchase. Look, You might be spending $780 on a ticket tomorrow, but it could be $760. Just saying. So we're here to help you out just a smidge, right? But thank you to everybody who's been listening. Thank you to Jason and John for holding down the fort the other night for the Game 2 post-game show, because as of right now on YouTube, it is our most watched show to date. I think it has nothing to do with their talents whatsoever. It's strictly because they lost.
America loves negativity.
It does. Everything. It just breeds viewership.
It does. It really does. Why do you think anti-Star Wars channels have so many views?
Yeah, we got to promote the Overlord on this show.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm just joking. Nah, I'm not doing that either. But all right, guys. Again, find us on all the socials at Ring the Bell 856. Head over to our shop. You guys can find that. It's ringthebell.myshopify.com. We have t-shirts, koozies, hoodies. It's all up there. Everything's been fixed, by the way. All the pricing has been fixed. There was something wrong with what was going on with that whole settings and all that stuff, but I went over there, took care of it. Things are significantly better priced now. So head over there and check that out. I know a few people have already purchased some t-shirts, so I'm waiting to get some photos on how they look. So again, thank you very much. To everyone who downloads the show. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe. Share the page and get everybody else in here, because we're the only podcast doing this stuff. We're the only ones that are here almost. I mean, we're here after every single game, and we're going to be here throughout the off season. So literally, we are should be your one-stop shop for Phillies content, and we're looking forward to keep doing this. So I'm Chris C. Francesco. That's John McElroy and Dean Holzapple. And we'll catch you guys down the road. And we'll see you back here at some point tomorrow night. Hopefully screaming into these microphones that the Philadelphia Phillies are going for another National League pennant.
Not even actual words.
I'll be climbing a pole. I'll be climbing a telephone pole.
Yeah, I bet you'll be climbing the pole.
I don't see myself being free tomorrow night, but I could try.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're not even going to say words. It's just going to be
we're going to hit record. And we're just gonna stare at the camera
and scream,
and
just scream
as loud as you can. But thank you guys so much. And as always, guys,